Okay, a Supreme, about 19 foot Supreme Classic this morning. And a couple of these. Fairly straightforward. We're going to put the tank in the front boot here. The heater will go under the bed. Just drilled the hole for that. And a little controller up by the bedside table. So I'll take the controller in, I'll take the heater in now. I've got it pre-made, take it in, fix it down. And then we'll start heading underneath to do the work under there. There is the heater located under the bed. The water tanks go right back just to the start of the heater, so we've got to run the ducting through and down this passageway here. All right, nothing too complicated about this one, which is nice. Easy drop out, exhaust over there, air intake up here and across to the pump and the filter over here. Sometimes you're working in tight spaces in between water tanks. This one, much nicer for a Friday morning. Last job for the week. So one of the tricks or challenges with putting this in the front boot is just getting the fuel line in there, because there's obviously a cavity between the bottom of the boot and the aluminium checker plate. You can see there's a drain hole there, which I may be able to use. There's also one on the other side. But I'm just going to drill a small pilot hole through just to see how far it is through, because I probably prefer just to run another cable straight up through the guts there if I can, because the battery's got to go to the front as well. You can see the inverter there. All right, drilled a small hole there. Basically it's about 100 mil through to the other side, which I thought it would be. So I'm going to put a couple of holes here, one for the fuel and one for the power, which will come up and connect to the battery right there. So there's the hole in the bottom of the checker plate, and the diesel line just coming through there. It's going to run it up now and into the tank. If you're not sure how to thread the diesel line up through that hole, what I do is put a drill bit down, like a very thin drill bit or piece of wire, thread it into the actual split tubing and then feed it up and through. That's how you do it. That avoids it getting lost in the cavity there. And there we go, tank is fixed in, hose running up, just going to suck a bit of fuel through, and we'll do the electrics. And we have now got the battery up and running, so that's the cable there, come up through that hole. Run it across to the battery with the fuse down there. Now we'll go and kick her into gear and see how it rolls. Just putting the vent in here. One of the things to be aware of anytime you put a vent in is any obstructions on the other side. So ideally you don't want to be drilling through this bit of support timber down here. That's the reason the vent's finished up a little bit higher, but it'll be fine. So just putting the vent in here, and one of the things to be aware of when you drill a vent is to make sure there's nothing on the other side that's going to obstruct what you're doing. So today there was just a little bit of support timber down there, so just have to make sure it's higher than that. And it's fine. You can hear the heater. I'm just running it through now. It's got its first start up and it's failed the first time. Maybe it'll start the second time. You can just hear the pump kicking in. So here we go, all up and running. Controller right there. You can just see the little yellow flame burning, telling you it's on. You want to adjust this, tell him it's 9 degrees in the room, which is probably about right. It's pretty cold in here. And set for 30, we'll dial it down to 22. It should be plenty. You can hear the adjustment straight away. There you go, all finished.